Hello there. This hour on Verbling, the next in my Getting Results in Business series. We're doing our final class on how to talk about plans and processes. We've dealt with technical and non-technical processes, such as the process of converting plants and other kinds of extracted material into biofuels, and how to describe a technical process like that. Non-technical processes, such as the hiring process at a company. And we started to do a simulation in the last class where we put together all the vocabulary, grammar, and key expressions we've learned into one big task that you've done. So we started that. We're going to continue and have a simulated meeting today where we put all of that material together and make a decision as a group. That's a little bit about the class. Here's a bit about me. I'm Jon-Eric, your Verbling teacher for this hour, and I'm an American teacher from New York, hanging out in Lisbon, Portugal to bring you this class. And here are 3 quick rules to help you participate in my class. Don't forget to turn off, tune in, and open up, which means, there you go. Turn off your microphone when you're not speaking so we can keep the classroom quiet. Tune in to the new words you learned so I can correct you. And open up to your classmates. Relax and have fun. We're all here to learn, and this is a safe and respectful place to practice your English. And that is all you need to know about me. Let's find out something about you. Let's see. Who's out there? Oh, where's my name? Let me get my name on the board. There we go. Rafa, how are you?
I'm pretty fine, thank you.
Let's see, Rafa. Are you Rafa as in Raphael?
Yeah. Do you remember me from the beginning of your classes at Berlin?
Yeah.
When you were in Portugal.
I am in Portugal.
Yeah, you continue in Portugal. I thought you were in Saudi Arabia or another place like that, moving
Not
you.
yet. Not yet.
Yeah.
But I never left, Raphael. I never left Verbling.
Yeah, but I went to Colingo because it was more useful for me at that time. Later, Colingo closed down, as you
Right.
know. Later,
they did something wrong. What happened to Colingo? Why did they shut down? Just curious.
I think
Not enough users?
I think there weren't any profit because there were only 10, 22 students every day, no more. Even though it was cheaper than Berlin,
right.
There weren't many students, and at the end, I think it was not profitable for the staff, and they closed down with a lot of worry for the students and for the teachers. And also, one teacher told me that Berlin was also not profitable at that time. I don't know if right now.
Doesn't seem that way. No, it doesn't seem that way.
Oh.
It seems like it's doing fine from what I can see, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just a teacher. I don't know anything.
Yeah, only shooting the breeze.
Well, these classes have had a lot of people so far. Today it's really quiet. I don't know what's happening today. It's weird, actually, because we've had, I don't know. It's very strange. Well, maybe there'll be people coming in, actually. I'm not really sure. But my schedule changed, so I'm going to be back in the mornings because I had a different schedule for the last month. So maybe people don't yet know about the new schedule. But yesterday we had a good group, and the day before.
Yeah, usually there are a lot of people at Berlin. Many times you can't join the class because they are full of people, and it's difficult to join.
Depends on the time of the day.
Yeah.
And didn't you used to have the picture in Iceland on your?
Yeah. I changed my picture. Yeah.
You see, that's why I get confused. When people change their picture, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. You have a very good memory.
How could I forget you? Oh, we need to find we need to find what's his name? Who was that kid in Colombia who was always outside in a hammock?
Yeah, I remember him. Very funny people, very funny guy.
Badly, wasn't it? Badly?
Yeah, could be.
Batty.
Good
Batty.
daddy, could be.
Yeah, yeah.
And
We gotta get him back.
yeah.
The second they started to charge, he disappeared. Didn't want to pay.
Later, many people from Colingo is right now at Berlin, like Aka Ken, do you know, a Japanese
Oh yeah,
guy?
yeah, yeah. He's great. Yeah.
Yeah, and also Heidi. Heidi
Hmm.
is also she's from Japan. She
Hmm.
was all day in every class at Colingo. Later, I I see her at Berlin right
Hmm.
now. In the last, many
Yeah.
people from Colingo changed to Berlin.
Well, well,
It's
I
better.
know both of them. She's often here in these classes too. She's
Mm,
often.
mm,
But anyway, I don't know what's going on today. It's really quiet. Very strange.
yeah.
So, look, let's take a look at something. I'm going to
Yeah.
show you. I want to show you what we were doing, and then we'll figure out if no one else joins us, then I don't know if we're going to do this because you weren't here. But let me show you what we were doing, okay? Hang on just a second here. I want to get my presentation on the screen. Here's something new that I didn't do before because it occurred to me that it's better to teach in this way. Let me show you. 1 second. How to talk about plans and processes. Yeah, let's take a look at this on screen. So one thing that I do now, because it was a little difficult in the beginning, because Verbling wanted to have conversation classes, and I never really did that too much. I did a bit, but now I do this. So I have a presentation. I have a whole program now, and I wasn't doing that before. So each of the classes is linked together, and this is the unit that we're finishing. Look at this one, how to talk about plans and processes. So what we do is in the first day of the unit, we set 4 goals, and each of those goals takes about 2 classes to do, one to learn it, one to practice it. So that's, yeah, that's about 8 classes. And then the 9th and 10th class are when we put everything together into some kind of a realistic situation. A business meeting, a phone call, a pretend video conference, something we have. This is for business, right? These are business classes here.
That's it.
An hour before class, I'm going to be doing more general English, but from 11 to 12 London time, Lisbon time, it'll be these business classes. So they're linked together like this. Can you see the presentation on screen? Can you see
Yeah.
the picture?
I think.
Okay, fine. And then, so that's what we do. So they're linked together. You don't have to go to all the classes, but they build. So every 10 classes or every 8 to 10 classes, we have a new topic. And we started off in the lowest level that we can do in business, which is pre-intermediate, level A2. And we're all the way up now to the end of intermediate. We're about to start upper intermediate. So we've covered already 2 levels in the European system since September, I think. Yeah, I think it was since September. So people who've stayed with me have gone up 2 levels. That means you could take a test now, like a test like one of those international tests, and you could. This is the material that I would use also in a regular school. So you could pass one of those tests. Then after we finish that, I think the level will be too high for most people, so I probably am going to repeat the courses at the lower level as well. But this is the right level for you, actually. So this is what we were doing. We're finishing up this unit, and let me show you the last thing we did. At the end of the unit, we do a little case study. We read about a company. We read some advice from an expert in the field. Here you can see it. This is the advice. Here's the case study. We read about this low-cost airline, something like Ryanair. They've got a problem that we have to fix. And then we end the unit with a task. Here's your task. You're a consultant. You have to find a solution to the company's problem. And then you've got these information files here. And everyone picked one and reported back to the class. And then today we were going to have our final meeting. So that was the plan. Only so far, no one has come from yesterday's class. So I don't know what to do about that. But you and I can do this if you want, if you're interested.
Okay.
So
It's all very, very interesting.
It works a lot better if you've done the whole unit, because it's a little bit confusing maybe if you're coming in at the end, but it's not impossible. And then what I do is I had everyone work in groups of 2, and everyone had to first report back on the solution they read about, and then today we were going to have a meeting, of a mock business meeting, and make a decision talking about the pros and cons of each. When you do the reporting back, of course, that's where I give personalized feedback in our shared document, and I'll put that one on screen as well. Hang on just a second. The shared document is a Google Doc, which you can see in the chat window, but I'll put it on screen in a second. It takes a minute to load. So, Raphael, what do you want to do? Would you like to do this one with me? It'll just be the 2 of us. Oh, look, Ahmed's here. Look, you've got a partner. See, you're not alone. Remember Ahmed from before? I don't know. Yeah, okay. Let's see if his connection is working, because he's not.
Hello.
Are you? Ah, there you are.
Sorry for being late.
Ahmed, where is everyone today? Where is everyone?
I don't know. Is it weekend or something like that? Somewhere in the world?
I don't know, because I was working with Gamai after class, and he was coming today. He just wanted to he wanted me to correct his little presentation before class. I said fine. And then I didn't hear from him, and so I don't know if he's coming or not. And Abdullah, did you hear from Abdullah?
No, because what happened? We swapped emails after the class.
Right.
So I emailed him, but I don't know. I got no reply. I emailed him.
Okay.
I mean,
All
yeah,
right,
what I have written. That what happened.
All right. Okay. Well, let's do this. First, let's do your little presentation. Okay, Ahmed. Let's do that. And for Raphael, who wasn't here, here's what I want to do, Raphael, for you. Let's just take a quick look at what we did yesterday. I just want to show you the feedback part, okay? So Raphael, this is our shared notes, and you can see 2 people did a presentation already. Anton, who he probably will be in here. If not, he'll be back tomorrow. Anton here and Carmen did a presentation. So what I did is made personal comments about the use of English, not about the presentation itself, but about the use of English. And Carmen's presentation was a little longer, so in hers, it would be a good model to use. So you've got some good language there as well. For example, I wrote what she said and what a native speaker might say. So she talked about how she had to, the process that she read about would reduce the cost of employees attending the public. That means staff waiting on the public. So I changed attending. Actually, I should probably underline that. I changed attending to implementing. Oh, no, these were general words. Words she could use: implementing a new solution, reduce operational cost, to be more clear about what's being reduced. And also, she didn't want to talk about this, but there would be a possible reduction in staff. Instead of showing data, we talked about interfacing with a touch screen display, because when you go to the airport, this solution she read about, you have something like a little, you know, an iPad-looking thing, so that you can see your information before you confirm it and buy your tickets. So interfacing with the display, customers can verify passengers can verify their data, and then generally we talk about making a transaction, right? So all of these corrections from yesterday, the next person doing the presentation can use that language actively to try to get it into their regular everyday use. You try to use it actively in their presentation. So let's do this, Ahmed. Let's listen to yours, okay?
Yeah.
And then we'll
Okay.
give Raphael a chance if he wants to try as well. And then we'll have a little meeting and discuss which is the best solution. So I'm going to make a note here for Ahmed's presentation. And do me one favor, just tell Raphael a quick 1 or 2 sentence summary of the problem we're trying to solve in today's class.
Okay. You want me to talk about the airlines at the beginning?
Yeah, because
Okay.
he wasn't here. Just give him a little background.
Well, okay. Briefly, we have an airline called Air 27. It is a low-cost company. The problem with this company is that clients or passengers stay or are queuing up for a long time to check in. So that might cause missing the flight or getting upset.
Right. It might cause so there are delays. There are delays, right?
Delays, yeah.
Right. And people are getting upset. Okay.
Mhm.
Is that clear, Raphael? What he's saying? The problem?
Yes.
Okay. Great. And one more thing, Ahmed.
Yeah.
Tell Raphael about the projections for the future. Why is this so important that we try to solve their problem now? What's going to happen in the future that could affect them?
Yeah. A survey says that in 2030, the number of passengers will double. So that means this company will be in trouble because no passengers want to travel or to use their service anymore because of this delaying and getting upset because of queuing up for a long time for check-in.
And there's another thing. If you think about it, probably there's going to be more competition than before. Right now, Air 27, just like Ryanair or one of these low-cost companies, just got in the door because there aren't a lot of low-cost airlines yet. But if air passenger figures are correct, air travel figures are correct, there'll be more people traveling, there'll be more opportunities for other low-cost airlines. So if we can't get it right now, right, we're going to be pushed out of the market. So that's our problem. Okay, Ahmed, I'd like you to tell us about the solution you read about. If you can, focus on describing the process, because that's the purpose of our unit. Focus on describing the process, specifically using the passive voice where you can, from the point of view of the passenger, as much as you can.
Okay. I have made it very simple,
Okay.
John. Okay. Yeah, I
Simple
will
is
start
good.
then. Okay. Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We noticed lately that our passengers are queuing up for a long time to check in. I would like to present a proposal that might solve this issue. It's called an online check-in. Here are how this system works. First of all, name and flight booking number are entered on the online website. Once the flight details are confirmed, the passenger's boarding card is ready to be printed. And then, when the passenger arrives at airport, his luggage is taken to bag drop area to be checked in. Finally, boarding pass is scanned electronically at departure gate. Here you go.
And how are you going to finish up? You need to don't forget we did that little part of the unit where we checked that everyone was understanding. And
Okay.
so what would you say to make sure that we're following you?
Well, did that make sense? Is that okay?
Let's ask Raphael.
I think it's a very smart solution, very clever, and I think also we can continue thinking about other possibilities, but for the first step is it's very interesting and it's a very good solution, I think.
There you go.
Thank you for that.
Let's do this, Ahmed.
Yeah.
Do you have the shared notes document open on your computer by any chance?
I have just getting results in business, but the other one, the one on your screen, I mean, the one was on your screen, I don't have it open.
Hang on a second. Hang on a second.
Yeah, please.
This one.
But
Do you
there
have it
are
open?
advantages. Yeah, I didn't write anything about that. Yeah, I have this one.
You have it open, yeah?
I have this one. Yeah. I thought you are talking about the other one, the
No.
slides.
No.
I have this. I have this.
Did you write your presentation first?
Yeah, I
Okay.
have written.
All right. So this is what I'm going to do.
Otherwise, I will not be able to remember. You know.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's fine. What I'm going to do is give you permission to edit this document. Let's see if I have your name here already.
Yeah.
No, I don't have your name.
Do you know what, John?
What's that?
I see Yuki in the document.
Yeah, Yuki's here. Remember, he's our super student, so he gets to edit. But you're going to be super student too. Do me a favor. Just do me a favor here, because what I want to see, I'd like to put the text that you wrote here. So could you either give me your email and I'll add you to the document, so you can just copy and paste it, or copy and paste the text into one of the chat windows. Either way, whatever you prefer.
Well, I would I would copy and paste the text
Okay.
into Google.
Okay.
Hangout. I think it is easier.
Okay.
Faster.
In the group chat, you mean?
Yeah. Can you?
Okay. Yeah.
Google Hangout chat.
Yes, do that. And then okay, there we go. Good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put that on screen. Whoops, hold on a second. I just want to take a look at it because you said simple, but
Yeah.
simple is not the right word. The word is clear. It's clear.
Okay.
It's not more simple than it needs to be. It's fine. It's clear. So I think we should look at it together because there's nothing that I can see changing here. There are 3 notes I made. Queuing up is a good vocabulary word. Raphael, do you know that? To queue up. Let's see if Raphael's listening. Do you know what that means?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
You happy? Yeah.
Okay.
Similar to online checking.
Yeah. So in American English, we might say lining up.
Aligning.
But everyone will understand queuing up. It's more British English, but it's a good word for this. Queuing up, long queues. One thing I have to say, be careful of using the masculine form in English. You said a passenger can put his luggage.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
Right?
You had a mistake. Yeah, it's supposed to be there. Luggage. Yeah.
Not if you say a passenger. No. If you say a passenger, it's his or her.
Mm-hmm.
Like this. So if you want to say, or you can make it plural, as you said.
Yeah.
And then you would say passengers can put their luggage. I say that because these are business classes,
Yes.
and it's important to use neutral language because it's business. If it's more informal, people can say what they want. It's up to them. But in business classes, I think we should be as politically correct as we can. The boarding pass, again, there, just the use of the article. I don't remember the full sentence. Maybe we'll see it. But I think you didn't need an article and you added it or something. Or maybe you said the passenger's boarding card. I don't know. I'm not sure what you said, but I noticed the article there. So let's take a look at the text. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We noticed lately that our passengers are queuing up for, look here.
Okay.
Four is okay. For a long time to check in. I would like to present a proposal that might solve this issue. It is an online check-in. An online check-in. It's okay. Yeah, you can say it like that. Here is. Here is how this system works. And if you're going to write it like this, you might want to make a little bullet point here, only because you have the colon. And so I know no one's going to see what you wrote, but Just be, just
Yeah.
because you put the colon there and you're making a list, so you could write it as a list with little bullet points if you want. So I'll do that for now,
Thank you.
and then that can stay the way it is. Hold on, let's go down there. Okay. So here's how the system works. That should probably be a new paragraph. Okay, first of all, name and flight booking number are entered. First of all, the name,
Then,
or you could say the passenger.
passenger's
passengers.
name and flight, yes.
Okay, you don't have to say passengers, but you can add it. First of all, the passenger's name and flight booking number are entered on the online website. Are entered
In.
I think in the
Okay.
online website. Are entered. It depends on what you're going to say. Are entered on the
Because-
web page. Are entered in the online website.
Yeah, because I was thinking like what, like when we say, for example, I am on the internet, or I was on the internet.
That's true.
Yeah, that's
That's
why I
true.
use on. On.
But they're going to be entered into a form.
Yeah, you are right.
The
yeah.
form is the form is on the internet, but the information will be in the form. So in fact, it's not that clear. What would I
Enter
say?
in. Okay.
I think it'd be in. Let me see. First of all, the passenger name and flight booking number are entered in the online. I think it's in because it's in a form. I think it sounds a little better to me. But if I'm not sure, then no one's going to be sure because I've been speaking this language for 40 years.
I
And
see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
once the flight details are confirmed, that's very good. That expression once lets you it's a more sophisticated connector, so it sounds good. Once the flight details are confirmed, the passenger's boarding card is ready to be printed. Great. You don't need to say and then because you didn't say then, so just then, and here you have a little comma. Then, when the passenger arrives at here it is, at the airport.
The airport. Okay.
At the airport, his luggage. Yeah, that's what we would say.
Their luggage.
Okay, if you want to say there, then we need
Yeah.
to.
As, as you mentioned on the top, yeah, he or she or them.
So when passengers arrive at the airport, their luggage is taken to a bag drop area to be checked. Okay, I see. Let's add that. Finally, yeah, this was the I wrote about at the beginning. It was here.
Okay, yeah.
Electronic at the departure gate. Okay, so it's the main issue is the articles.
I see.
Which is strange because in Arabic you're probably saying the in front of every noun. Right?
Yeah, in general, yeah, you're right.
So it's strange that you take it out because I would think you would overuse it rather than underuse it. But maybe what we can do is try to clarify when we need to use it here. So it says when the passengers arrive at the airport. Well, we have to say the airport because we're mentioning a specific airport, not any airport. The airport where they're going to use this system. So it's already established that they were at a specific airport. I don't know if that's very clear, but because you're talking about this system being used at this airline, and that's already established earlier in your presentation, you really have to say the. And the departure gate, that's easy to understand. There's only one departure gate for this flight, so it has to be the. And there's only one boarding pass for this passenger, so it has to be the.
Yeah, got it.
Okay,
anyway. Good idea. Yeah, it is not, I mean, anonymous, for example, yeah. It is someone, something belongs to the passenger.
And it's the fact that we've established one of these things earlier. Because you've mentioned them in general, now we're referring to them a second time, so we have to say the. It's the fact that you're referring to them again. Even the airport. I know you didn't say the airport really, but it's in the context of the airport, so it's clear that you're referring to the airport where this will take place. So it's as if you're mentioning it in more detail. So the general rule, if it comes up again, it goes from to the, a to the. So that's the general rule of why we're switching to that. Okay, it's very good because it's clear. It's not more simple than it should be, right? It's exactly the right length. All I would do at the end is maybe just turn it over to the crowd and say, how does the ask them a question to see if they're on their toes? How does this system sound to you as an improvement to what we're already doing, or something like that, and see what they say? That's the only thing I would add. Some kind of ending to make sure that they're really engaged. Raphael, let's try one with you. We'll do it together. I'm going to put on screen a new information file for you. You can also download this. It's I can give you the link if you want. Okay.
Yes, please.
Okay, so let me put it on screen first. And if you want the actual link is, I'm putting it in the chat window as well, so you can see it in the Verbling chat, and if you want it in the Google chat inside, whoops, I'll put it there in the classroom chat there as well. So you can download that if you want, or just look on the screen. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to use Ahmed's presentation and anything else you see in the notes to do a very similar presentation about a biometric check-in. This is a very interesting idea, and at the time it was written about, it was kind of a little bit science fiction, but nowadays it's not weird at all. I'll explain in a minute. So we can do it together as a group, or Raphael, I can give you 3 or 4 minutes if you want, and you can try it on your own. What do you prefer? Want to work together, or you want to try it on your own and present back to us, Raphael?
I prefer to work in group, if you don't mind.
Okay. It's fine with me. Isn't it fine with you, Ahmed?
Yes, of course it is.
Well, it's
I
fine
would love to.
It's fine with all 3 of us. Let's do it. Okay. So, Raphael, here's what we're going to do. I want you to, let's just read through it together quickly, and then we'll make a little template out of Ahmed's presentation, and we'll change the details and see how it sounds. If it sounds good, we'll keep it. If we need to change it, we'll change it. Okay? So, can you read through the process here of the biometric check-in for us?
Could you enlarge it?
I'll try. Hold on.
Yes, if you don't mind, please.
Let me see if I can. Hold on.
Well, I can try to see in the other.
What about now? What about now?
Yeah, perfect. Biometric checking.
Biometric
checking. Passengers register their passport information and face and eye recognition data number. 2. Passport information is put on a card with a microchip that passengers can carry with them. 3. At checking, the card is read and the passenger's face is scanned to confirm that the passenger matches the data stored in the chip.
One thing.
Yeah.
One thing. Is scanned.
Scanned.
Right. Not scanned, but scanned. So whenever you have a smooth consonant, a consonant that you have to sort of vibrate your throat, like or it always comes out as a d sound. If it's a hard consonant like stop, like a p or a t, yeah, then it becomes a t sound. So this is smooth, so it's a d, scanned. The face is scanned.
Scanned. When you have the abbreviation in your tongue, the so is at the end. No, it is correct.
The better way to learn it is to find out which letters give you the D sound.
Yeah.
So M, N, R, V, F, I guess.
Yeah.
All of those will always give you that smooth D. Okay? So listen to me. The card is read and the passenger's face is scanned to confirm that the passenger matches the data stored. Try it again.
At the checking, the card is read and the passenger's face is scanned to confirm that the passenger matches the data stored in the chip.
That's right.
More or less. Okay, for boarding pass, it's print print it,
Printed.
print it out, and look at tags if needed.
All T's in English sound like ed. Printed. All the T's, always. Printed. Rocketed. Right? All the T's always have the extra ed. But that's an exception. That's the only one that sounds like that, the letter T. So print ends with the letter T, so it'll be ted. Printed.
Printed.
Mm-hmm.
Print it out. I need it. Okay. 5. Luggage to be checked in is taken to backdrop area. Passengers goes to a security gate where the car is read and their face is scanned again.
Okay. So take a minute and process that information. Okay? Think about it, make sure it's clear. And while you process that information, I'm just going to make a copy of Ahmed's presentation, and I'm going to change the details, and I'm going to have you give us this presentation about the biometric check-in. Okay? I'll put it on screen in just a second. So just take a minute and make sure that the process is really clear. You can always cheat if you want, but you can always refer to this. Oh, why won't it let me copy and paste? You can always refer to this information file if you want. But basically, we're going to talk our way through it. So let's call this one, we're going to make one here called Raphael's presentation. I think I spelled your name wrong. And what I'm going to do here is I'm not going to use all the language he used. I'm going to kind of break it into parts. So let me share my screen with you for that. Hold on. Give me a second here. Okay, on screen you can see Raphael's presentation. Did I spell that right? Raphael. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I did spell it right. Okay, he said good morning, ladies and gentlemen. That's fine, but any kind of greeting would be okay. So I'm just going to put greeting, and you figure out the best way to greet. Here, it says, we've noticed our passengers are queuing up for a long time. That's fine. I'm going to call this background. Background. In other words, stating the problem. You can... I don't want you to use exactly what he said, but I like the structure, so we can keep that to make it easier. Okay, next we have proposal. He says basically, he just names it, and then here's how the system works. I think we should keep it exactly the way he said that, because it's a good transition. Now the next part I'm going to keep is his transition words. They're fine. We can use others if you want, but I'm going to keep these on screen. Once the blank is or are blank, and notice in his, he's able to use the passive voice by using this once the whatever he said, I forgot what he said. Once the flight details are confirmed, the passenger's boarding pass is ready to be printed. So he's able to use the passive voice with that construction. Okay, so you'll do the same, but you'll change the details. Okay, the next sequence word he has is then. It's so different. So we'll keep that. And then he has finally. And we can keep that as well. Okay, so we're going to use this as a structure because it's very clear. I think it's a good way to set it up. All right. Let me just go back to where we were. Oh, lost my page. Where is it? Where is it? There we go. Okay, Raphael. So you can use any of the resources we've looked at, but I'd like you to basically follow this structure. You can use any of the resources we've seen. Okay, but talk your way through it, and Ahmed, give him some suggestions, and I'll give him some suggestions too. Are you ready, Raphael?
Okay. Well, Um,
Start with your greeting.
yeah.
We're in a meeting, you're
Yeah.
talking to the group. What's the first thing you say?
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present you a new proposal for I would like to present you a new proposal for try to resolve the detecting problems.
Okay. I'd like to present you a new proposal to try to resolve the what problem?
The last detecting last detecting problems in the.
I don't understand the word. I don't understand the word detecting. What is detecting?
Detecting.
Detecting. Detecting.
Detected in past perhaps, but detecting problems.
Did I write this correctly? Detecting like this?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
Detected.
All right. Let's see if that's clear. Ahmed, does that sentence seem clear to you? Or is detecting not clear enough?
Well, I don't know, but I might say I don't know how to say it in English because I like the word detect, but is it detecting or detected?
Well, the problem for me is that I don't know exactly what he means. It's too general.
Okay.
What's detecting what? What's not detecting what? So how could you make it a little more clear for him? You can still use detecting if you want, but we've got to somehow make it a little more clear what the actual problem is. What would you say?
Okay.
You try it, and then I'll give my suggestion.
Okay. Try to resolve and a chicken problem that we have detected recently, something like that.
Fine. A check-in problem that we have been encountering. Changing it a little bit.
Okay.
What about the word detecting? Okay. We can still use it.
Yeah,
we can still use it. We can say something like our new whatever it is, our new instead of Raphael, instead of detecting, if we say scan, more people will know what you mean. Our new scan system should present a novel solution to this issue. Novel solution sounds like good business English, that's why I put it there. I don't expect you to know expressions like that. I'm here to give you new suggestions. So instead of saying new, you can say novel. Novel has the idea that it's innovative in some way. Right? Just like when you read a novel, a book, a fiction novel, you expect it to be worth your time and interesting. So it kind of, not that they're related, it's just another way to say new. But in business English, it kind of gives a suggestion that it's not only new, but it's innovative. Okay? And instead of detecting, scan, more people know what a scanner is. So I think it would be a better word. You can say detecting. What?
Sorry for interrupt. I think Raphael means, by using the word detect or detecting, he meant like we have found out or something like that.
We have detected a problem.
Yeah, we have found out, or we discovered. That's what he meant.
Could be. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was trying to say we have detected this problem and we are thinking in this new solution to make a new scan. But it's correct that you have done perfect.
No, but we'll just move it over here. We have detected.
Detected.
Yeah, detected over here. So there you can use it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present you a new. I'd like to present you a new. It's okay. I'd like to present you with. Sounds a little better. I'd like to present you with a new proposal to try to resolve to try to resolve a check-in problem that we have detected for some time. Our new scan system should present a novel solution to this issue. Okay. All right. Now,
Later,
give us a little background.
yeah. Later, I would like to background. What meaning of background?
So background is telling us something about the problem.
Yeah. We have detected there are delay in the checking.
We have detected delays
in the checking of our passengers.
Yeah.
With an average of half hour in every flight.
With a half-hour average per
flight.
Sounds better to say per flight.
Yeah, perfect. Secondly, or I don't know. Secondly.
Beyond that.
Secondly.
Beyond that.
Beyond that. We need to improve our average time of checking average time.
Our average check-in time.
Due
to
the perspective in the 2015 is
due to the projections, you mean?
To the projections, yeah.
Ah, okay.
Due to projections for the new year, for the new year is we double our passengers rate.
Right. Okay. So beyond that, we need to improve our average check-in time due to the projections. I'm going to add
for the next year.
Sure. I just want to add one expression.
Yeah.
Due to the projections we're seeing for the coming year or years.
Years. Okay.
Where a doubling of our of our current rate of passengers. Okay? That is the background. That's all you need to say. It's perfect. Sounds good. Okay? Now you need to tell us about a proposal. Now look at Ahmed's proposal. All he did was just name it and tell how it works. I would like to present a proposal that might solve the problem. It's an online check-in solution. So you don't have to say much more than that. But give us a sentence or two to describe the proposal and then tell us how it works.
Our proposal is to improve the checking process with a recognition face program.
Face recognition program.
Yep.
So our proposal is to improve the check-in process, the check-in process with let's say we gotta sell this innovative face with recognition
face
system.
Recognition system, yeah.
Okay, with an innovative.
Thank you for your help.
No problem. Because all I'm doing here, I'm just taking your ideas, but I'm just filtering them through what I know sounds good in a kind of neutral business English register. So again, You can't be expected to know all these expressions, but what you can do is once you finish the proposal, go home, practice with your cat, explain the idea to your cat, and then go back online and check and see how close you came. You know, so you go back and you practice a few times and notice where you're missing words and where you need to add them, and perhaps adding to it. This is not set in stone. You can improve it too. But the point is you practice again and compare it to what we did in class. Okay, your proposal is good enough. You just need to say what it is and you did. Now tell us how it works.
Yeah.
And use these connectors. You can use others if you want, but start with these. So first of all,
we are going to set up check-in machines, self-check-in machines.
It would be, Raphael, it'll be easier if you explain it from the point of view of the passenger. What does the passenger have to do? First, second, third, fourth. Here's how the system will work. First of all, passengers need to put their credit card in a self-check-in machine. Okay. Need to put the credit cards? Is that right?
In the document, I think. Put the credit card in machine or enter flight number or on touch screen. That's the first point, isn't it?
Not that I see, because I see passengers register their passport information and face and eye recognition data number. Passengers' information is put on a card, not a credit card, with a microchip. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
I don't see anything about a credit card yet. On slide 10, you mean on slide 10 of the, right?
I lost.
Do you have the presentation open on your
I have. Yeah.
Go to page 10, slide 10.
Slide 10. File 10.
Slide 10, page number 10. I'll share it with you on screen too. Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
I went to the 60. 20.
That's it.
Sorry.
But look at this. Look at this on screen here. This is slide 10. See it?
Yeah.
Can you see it now?
Yeah. Sorry.
All right.
First of
Raphael,
all,
let's do this. Let's give you a little time to work on this part.
Perfect.
So why don't you write this? Yeah. Why don't you write this out? And at the beginning of the next class, we'll go over it. If you're going to be here tomorrow, are you going to be here tomorrow?
Perhaps I could. Yeah. I try to stay there. To stay here.
Okay. All right. Same time tomorrow. We're going to start a new unit, but we'll have time to listen to your presentation. Okay. All right.
I will try something similar. To do
okay, fine.
Yeah. Okay.
If either one of you want to edit this document, just give me your email and I'll add you to the document. I don't know if I can add you without your email. If you want to write directly on the document. Otherwise, if you don't want to give me your email because I might sell it to someone, then just copy and paste the text. You should be able to copy and paste the text onto your own document just by highlighting it and clicking Control-C. Okay? So you can use this as a template to write your own. And you can change it in any way you want, and I'll be here to correct it. Okay?
Perfect.
All right?
You have our emails.
Yeah. I don't have your emails.
No. We have post our emails.
Oh, you did?
Now, yeah, in Google.
Oh, yeah. Okay, fine. Okay. All right. So I'll add you to the document. Just try not to erase anything, okay? Because you can now erase everything. So don't do that. Okay? Erasing would be bad.
Yeah. I prefer not to give any permission to what is called to edit. Because you have something before and someone could by mistake.
Yeah, but actually the only important information, all the important information I have is saved, so it doesn't matter that much. To review, this is one thing we weren't doing before, Raphael. To review, I've created intelligent flashcards And so all the vocabulary from each unit is in a flashcard. It has a set of pictures and words, the picture on the front, the word in the back, and there's about 30 to 40 key vocabulary words per unit. There's a free version and there's a paid version. The paid version is only €1. It's very cheap, considering how long it took me to create. The free version is whatever notes I put on this document, and I'll always keep those notes up for free during the next unit. So there's always a chance to get the notes. But the intelligence system works with an algorithm, and it tests you when you are most likely to forget. So that's why I think it's a good solution as well. But send me a message on Verbling if you want to know more about that. Okay? All right. We're going to stop the class now. We're going to start a new unit tomorrow. But
I have a problem because in the document that you send us, only I have the file 27, file 36, but no more.
You don't have. You should have file 43 on the last page.
43, thank you. 43.
That's it.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
I'm going to add your names to the document so you can now edit right now. I just added it right now. You should see it appear. In fact, if you don't, send me a message, but it should work. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Have a good day. See you tomorrow at the same time, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye-bye,
Bye
Rafael.
for now.
Bye-bye, John. Bye.